What's good, everybody? My name is NeesterHere. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm here with something that is just absolutely abysmal. So if you've been, alive for like a month, you would know that I have been doing an Incredibox mod showdown where I took just a bunch of the most popular mods, not the best mods, just the most popular mods, at least, to my channel. And I put them in a cheeky little bracket and I did like daily polls on both YouTube and Discord to see what we got going down. The bracket consists of half scratch mods and concrete mods and then half mainline mods. And lads, I am now here with the final results of the bracket. I have to sneeze. Now, I did do 2 separate polls per question, per day, per event, per battle. And so this is kind of how I decided to do the scoring system in order to have both YouTube votes and Discord votes mean equal. So say, for example, with our first fight, we have Steel Factory versus Cool as Ice. Steel Factory got 62% of the vote, while Cool as Ice got 38. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking that percentage that they ended up getting and translating that into points. And then just combining them. So the YouTube percentage and then the Discord percentage combined together and makes whatever the hell the point system is. That's the best I can come up with to make everything even. So let's get started and just see what we got going down. So Steel Factory versus Cool as Ice. Steel Factory with 62 and 45 and Cool as Ice with 38 to 55. Steel Factory versus Cool as Ice was the first one that we did. And honestly, I kind of had no idea how it would go because I feel like the bias that some people have with just nostalgia for Steel Factory would kind of beat out Cool as Ice, especially since Cool as Ice is like new as well. But the 2 mods had their own total scores of 107 to Steel Factory and 93 for Cool as Ice, meaning that Steel Factory fucking won. And so Steel Factory moves ahead into the next round. Up next, we had our first matchup of the horror mods with Yuba Niku versus Sprunky. Now, let me give my opinion on this first real fast, right? And I was kind of afraid that this would happen, or I was afraid that the opposite would happen. And I thought that Sprunky would lose tremendously solely because it has been farmed and clipped and just overexposed to hell and back. I figured that alone would kind of just shit the bed for Sprunky. And I was right. Sprunky got fucking decimated in the overall poll, man. With 156 total points going to Yuba Niku, Sprunky managed to get somehow 44. Even though I would say, and I would make the argument that Sprunky's a better mod in like every way, the fact that it has been overexposed and just like completely battered, I get it why it lost, but if we're playing fair here, I think it should at least had a fighting chance against maybe Oraneo. Up next is Oraneo versus Disasters, another round of horror mods, and this one was a bit weird. Similar to the Sprunky round, Oraneo just completely battered Disasters into the fucking dirt. With 159 going to Oraneo and only 41 going to Disasters, it's not really a shock, I mean, I would say that overall Disasters is a better mod, but Oraneo just has such a fucking name behind it, man. Like, there's just no way that it would lose, especially that early on, making Oraneo our next winner. And then to finish off the scratch side of the board, we have the 2 joke mods, Scat Posters versus Polywog. I wanted to include the joke mods a little bit, just because of how big of a name that they had. Like I said, I didn't do this on quality. I did this on how well known are the mods. Mods that people, like, you say the name and they just know it. Vitals and Mustard were considered for the list, but they were dropped. So of the 2 joke mods, which one came out on top and is going to be moving on to fight Oraneo? That would be the main man Polywog, who won by 161 points versus Scat Posters Simple 39. Scat Posters, more like shitty mod. So now we take a break from the little scratch side of it, and now we move over to the mainline mods, and this is when shit got controversial. The fight that pissed me off a lot, and that was Armed versus Evadare. So if you're just simply unfamiliar, or you're new to the channel, or have forgotten, or just fucking stupid, Armed is my favorite Incredibox mod of all time, so just kind of like a bias for myself, I wanted it to go first on the main line so that I didn't have to shit my pants if it won, and it did not. It unfortunately genuinely did not. Arms walked away with a 73, while Evadare walked out with a 127. Not as fat of like kick ass as I thought it would be, but it was still a fair fight, you know what I mean? My baby has been left behind in exchange for the pumpkin guy mod. Next, we have a mod where the creators of said mod texted you boy, and they said that I was diabolical. That is Express versus Travis. Probably the most popular mods, I would say, on this entire list. Regardless of the winner of this showdown, I would say that Express and Travis are at least the most well-known out of every single mod on this list, maybe besides Oraneo and Sprunky, definitely, obviously. But out of Express versus Travis, which one of them did the most damage? With Express getting a whopping 148, that only left Travis with a measly 52. And oh boy, did that make me sad. I know damn well that Splatjack is watching this because I swear to God he hates me. To be fair, don't blame him. But I would have kind of fully said that Travis, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. By the way, I'm not in this at all. Like, if you would like to know my opinion, I don't know, maybe I'll like throw up like a little edit of what it would look like if I just did it. But that leaves Travis behind in the first round, and Express moves on to kick some more ass. Beatnik versus X-Run. Kind of feel bad to say this because X-Run is a huge deal mod, but my God, did it get smacked up by Beatnik. In both polls, it just got absolutely damn demolished. 151 for Beatnik and 49 for X-Run. I feel so bad. I love X-Run, but man, Beatnik just made it its bitch. And then the final of the first ever waves, the first round before we start getting into the crazy winner crossover shit. Two Faces walked away with 41 while the Bells walked away with 159. And by the way, just in case anybody's wondering, if a God-given miracle happened to where one person just won entirely, the maximum amount of points you can get is 200. So getting a 159 is actually wild. But that means that Bells does move on. And this is the part of the video where everything just kind of goes fucko mode. I don't have a neck at all when I wear this shirt. You just can't see it. That was when we start getting into like the crossovers, right? And this is when shit really got fun. But Steel Factory versus Yubiniku. This is one that I kind of didn't really expect anything big to happen because I knew damn well that Yubiniku was just a ploy. The only reason that Yubin moved up is just to have Sprunky not. So put that bitch up against Steel Factory? There's no way. And I was right, because Yubiniku only got a 62 while Steel Factory got 138, meaning that Steel Factory once again moves on. Then we have Oraneo versus Polywog. This one is one that I was personally really excited for, because what the hell could happen? The biggest Incredibox horror mod versus like the pioneer of joke mods. What the fuck is gonna win this one? Find out after the sponsor. I don't have a sponsor. Nobody likes me enough. Oraneo got 160 while Polywog got 40. Way more one-sided than I was honest to God thinking that would happen. I figured that if any one of these fights is going to be close, this one would be a damn good shot at that. But it wasn't. It just simply was not. Oraneo moves up to the semifinals. And then on the flip side, get it? Flip side, because we're flipping the side. Evadare versus Express. This one I was scared for. I really wanted Express to win this one because in every way, shape, and form, I think that Express kicks the fucking ass of Evadare. And the world agreed with me by a landslide because Express got 153 while Evadare got 47. Phew. Express moves on to the semifinals as well. There. Which leaves us with Beatnik versus the Bells. And this one actually kind of shocked the shit out of me because I kind of half expected this one to come in close. No, not at all. Beatnik got 167 while Bells got 33, meaning that this, I think, is the most one-sided battle on the entire roster, period. Me, personally, I would have said the Bells just because I like the kind of calming, more, like, soothing, fun atmosphere. But Beatnik is just too professional to just not win. Beatnik goes on and will be going up against Express, which is going to be a fucking hard one. And now, lads, for the semifinals. Out of these 4 mods, 2 of them will go head to fucking head to prove which is the best Incredibox mod ever made. Starting us off, we have Steel Factory versus Oraneo. One of the most popular horror mods of the entire Scratch community versus one of the just biggest deal mods in the whole Scratch community. Was this one one-sided? Sort of. It kind of was. One side did win by a good chunk of change, but it wasn't like a landslide victory. And that is Steel Factory walking away with 117, while Oraneo got 83. Meaning that Oraneo, unfortunately, will not be moving to the finals. but the main man metal building will. And then we have Express versus Beatnik, the final of which mainline mod is best, which left us with a score of Beatnik getting 78 while Express got 122. Express kinda seems to be on a bit of a winning streak here. Nah, mean? Every single time that Express goes up against a mod, it's almost always a landslide victory. So hey, how about that? Express moves on to the finals. And then, lads, we have our final matchup of the night. Steel Factory versus Express. What is apparently the best scratch mod going up against what is apparently the best mainline mod. This fight was so interesting, because I didn't think that it was going to be a one-sided thing. I thought it was literally just going to be a perfect split, and I was kinda right and kinda not. For the first time on the entire bracket, both websites of YouTube versus Discord had drastically different results. On Discord, Express dominated the damn poll with a 72 to 28. However, on the YouTube poll, Steel Factory dominated with a 69 to 31. Both websites had entirely different numbers, so this one straight up was decided by points. And lads, only one of them won by 6 fucking points, man. Express walked away with 103, while Steel Factory got 97. Meaning by 6 points! In the grace of God, Express is our overall winner of the Incredibox Mod Showdown. So, I want to give a genuine, real congratulations to Express and the Express team, because, lad, the majority of at least my viewers think that your mod is the best one. But for the meantime, I'm gonna end it off right there. So if you've enjoyed this kind of content and maybe would like to see like an Incredibox Mod Showdown 2 with just like a whole new roster of mods on each side, so maybe the winner of that will go up against Express, let me know down below. But for the meantime, I'm gonna end it off right there. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, then the buttons are down there. You know what to do, and have a good one. So goodbye, see ya!